Good morning, YouTube. Louie here with the best silver gold deals of Friday, February 21st, 2025. Let's rock. Okay, we've got gold down $7 to 2009.31 and silver down 2 cents to 32.82. GSR is dropping lower to 89.024, down about 0.2%, but continuing selling off on the GSR, making silver a little more desirable than gold. Okay, on the 10-year yield, we are unchanged at about 4.5. The dollar is bouncing back today, 0.309 to 106.644, but has been in a downtrend lately. Copper prices selling off, down 4 cents to 4.62, but still retaining their bullish trend. In the economic calendar, we have got, let's see, PMI, services PMI, manufacturing PMI, consumer sentiment, final, existing home sales, and 2 Fed head speakers. And next week, nothing big happening until Thursday, initial jobless claims. So we'll have to see what happens today. Let's get over to the pre-market. Of course, we had a big sell-off yesterday, and now Dow futures are down about 250. Yeah, down 250. S&P futures up 3. NASDAQ up 91. So a mixed market with the Fear Greed Index on the lower end of neutral at 45. Bitcoin regaining its bull run, and it is up today now to 99,385 out of nowhere like a rocket. Here comes Bitcoin back. All right, and moving on to the deals. I'll try to go a little bit faster today. I'm just going to do the Eagles. How about that? We'll do a 1/10 gold Eagle at 317 over at Summit. We have a 1/4 ounce gold Eagle, 787 at bullion.com. Don't forget about the discount code. We have a 1/2 ounce gold Eagle over at Summit, 1,505. We have a 1 ounce gold Eagle over at Bullion Exchanges, 2,980, which is about $40 over spot. We have a Buffalo this morning at Bullion Exchanges, 3,003, which would be about $60 over spot. Bullion Exchanges bringing their prices down this morning. Okay, a Krugerrand, which I often say is can be the cheapest of the sovereign gold coins, and if you're not buying U.S. coins, you might as well get the cheapest sovereign coin. 2,968 this morning, but there's a random deal. Where did the random deal go? Well, it's a random deal for 1/4 ounce, actually. Random sovereign over at Monument Metals is 754, and any of those designs right there. Okay, moving on to, what should we do? The 1 ounce gold bar in assay. Right around the same price as the Krugerrand, 2,978. I'd get the Krugerrand over the bar. Platinum Eagles staying about flat at 1,140. Platinum failing to break out this morning. If you're looking for a palladium bar, you can pick that up at 1,093 over at Hero Bullion. Let's go on to Silver Eagles. And Hero Bullion has got any quantity pricing, 37.04 for Eagles. And that is $4 over spot. Boy, premiums on Eagles came up, didn't they? Walmart, they're going to be around 37 and maybe 36 out the door with a good credit card. If you're looking for culls, you can pick those up at Pinehurst in a quantity of 20, 34.80. If you want to get a monster box, 34.55. But those will be cheaper at the coin dealers on YouTube, I recommend. Okay, let's move on to a maple. A maple is 35.08 at Summit Metals. These are all BU unless I say otherwise. Kangaroo is 34.79 at Bullion Exchanges, and that is about $1.50 over spot, maybe $1.75, so good buy there. Britannia, 34.89 at Summit. Krugerrand is 35.51 at Monument. I wouldn't buy that. Philharmonic is 34.95 at Bullion Exchanges. So we got some options there for you. We're going to skip the Star Privy Eagles, and over on Costco, only one thing I would buy this morning, as I have been saying, is this gold bar at $29.69. Let me do the math for you. $29.69, And then you're going to get 2% off if you have the Executive Club membership. Okay, that's $130 a year. So you do need to probably do multiple shopping trips there to make it worth your while. And you should have at least a 2% rebate credit card. Okay, forget the Sky Miles and the vacations and all the weird stuff. Just get the cash, guys. 2% cash back, and then you'd be at 4% off. So we multiply by times 0.96. And then, for example, my out-the-door price, because I have a 2% credit card. Actually, I have a 2.5% credit card I could use here. $28.50. You compare $28.50 to Kitco spot of $29.32. That's $80 under spot for a 1 ounce gold bar. And if you're buying gold, that would be what I would buy today. And pick up that Executive Club membership. I think it'll treat you well over time. It doesn't cap out, I think, until about $1,200 of savings. So you can buy a lot of gold with that money. You could also pick up the Eagle, which is 3,059, and then about 2,930 or so out the door. So you'd be around spot on a Gold Eagle. That's a good buy as well. You get the best of all worlds, high quality U.S. sovereign gold with favored tax advantages, and you get it for around spot. So again, if you're buying, if you believe in gold, I do, and I believe in silver too. Okay, junk this morning over at Hero 24.33, and fancy junk can be had as well. Click the links on my website, bestsilvergolddeals.com. If you're just looking for 20 rounds at spot, you got that at bullion exchanges, only once on that, unless they're not paying attention. $663 for 20 Buffalo rounds at bullion exchanges, about $33 a coin. A kilo is pushing 1100. It's 1096, about the same as yesterday at Monument Metals, unless we have a run in silver today. And shot is a couple pennies more if you need that. Then moving on to, okay, let's go to eBay. Let's see if we can find a good deal on Eagles. Maybe some Cull Eagles. And okay, Cull Eagles are going to be about 36.25, about 35.25 out the door. And then let's do this guy here, 735. Good seller, good feedback. $12 shipping though. So 735, 747. But he'll take a best offer. So let's see if you offer him 720. 730, 36.50. Well, you probably get these out the door at about 35.50 if you do some horse trading here around what he is selling. He's only got one. And they're 2012s. They're beautiful looking 2012s. Backdates often command a little premium, not at the coin shops, but on eBay they command a little premium. So you can make him an offer of $700 and see what he says back. Okay, that's worth doing. And we'll keep going here. Okay, a tube of maples is going to be, let's skip that guy there, 904. A tube of Britannias is going to be $8.99. Well, you see where this is headed. Tube of Kangaroos is going to be $8.88. Well, the math on $8.88, we can do that, but I don't think it's any barn burner. $8.88 times 0.97 with a good credit card. Links on my website to the ones I recommend. $8.61 out the door divided by 25 gives you a per coin cost of $34.45 on a kangaroo, and that'll beat the dealers by 25 to 50 cents. So you can pick those up today if that's what you're looking for. How about a Krugerrand? Can we get under 900? No, 914. And a Philharmonic, let's see how cheap we can get these. 733, 36.50. No, not a deal on the Philharmonics this morning. Junk has been a great buy on eBay lately. I know a lot of you are picking that up. And we want to get $10 face. And here we're getting quarters for 23.9 times face. Free shipping. Oh, he's got a lot of them, doesn't he? Okay, only 268 feedback, but good enough. 100% positive. Free shipping. Gilroy, California, and they are 90% silver quarters. Oh, he's out of stock. Buggers. Oh, I hate it when that happens. Okay, we're going to have to go to Mr. 245 here, and he's a good seller with pretty good feedback. and this is free shipping, so 24.5. Then you're going to take 75 cents off, 23.75 times face for good old straight up quarters there. There's 57. There is a, what else we got in here? A 64. Anyway, nothing wrong with that deal, although I do prefer dimes over quarters. Here's more quarters. Can we get some dimes? Quarters, rosies, yeah. Rosies are going to be 25 times face. Oh, he's got some Mercs in there. Okay, so you may get a few Mercs thrown in, and he's got a bunch of these. No, he's only got two. So 24.9, about 24.2 out the door for dimes, including some Mercs. All right, let's keep going here. And why don't we just move on to the gold this morning? Oh, I got to do the random bar of the day. Actually, I got to do the kilo too. Cheapest kilo will be out the door at about 1,090. You'll beat the dealers by a hair there. I did it twice. Let me keep moving here. The bar of the day is not to be purchased at $2,475, but I want to draw your attention to this Engelhard bar. And it's just a plain old Engelhard bar, right? But what's unusual about this? Not so much the number. I'm sure it's an early series, but it is 3, okay? Odd weight Engelhard bars like 3 ounces or even the 5-ounce bars can command amazing premiums. When you're at the LCS and he pulls out the Engelhards, if you see anything other than a 10 ounce, a kilo, 100 ounce, 1 ounce, you see a 3 ounce or a 5 ounce, pick it up. Okay, that's your lesson for the day. The kilo kook this morning can be had for 1,140, about 1,110 out the door. And a big lot of rounds can be had for 34.66, 33.66 for rounds, and that's with a 3% credit card. And silver spot is 32.86. You'd be 80 cents over spot there if you're just looking for rounds, and if you've already picked up that spot deal over at Bullion Exchanges. 100-ounce bar this morning can be had for, not a 50-ounce, 100-ounce, 33. You'll be out the door at $32, so that'll be, is that, oh, that's out of stock probably. I think that's been out of stock. Yeah, they get me every time on that one. 34.60, about 33.60 out the door for a 100-ounce Engelhard right here. All right, and moving on, I like the peace dollars, you know that. I like the Morgans. Let's do gold. And gold can be had 1/10 random gold. Something looks decent. 321 minus about $9. Half-ounce gold this morning can be had. Random half-ounce gold can be had for, well, let's get to it. I don't want the jewelry grade, and I don't want the Liberty heads. Liberty head is not the same thing as a modern gold eagle. Here's a half-ounce Krugerrand, 1521. Are you in stock? No, you're out of stock. Thank you very much, JM Bullion, for clogging up eBay with garbage. Okay, and how about this one at 1530? Also out of stock. And there's a first spouse coin, if you're interested in that. That is Marion Anderson? Is that a first spouse? Oh, American Art Series. Well, that's an old coin right there, about 3,000 melt. And out the door would be about 2,900 melt. Oh, and here's the kids dancing around the world. That's a half-ounce random, 1540. Okay, and then 3% off. And 3% off on this would be $45 off. So you'd be at about 1,500 out the door. Let's do something you want, like a quarter-ounce gold eagle. And, oh, there's the one in the slab. Nobody bought it. And there it's, oh, it's out of stock now. Somebody did buy that. Good for you. Okay, $7.90 for a quarter-ounce gold eagle, or best offer. Good seller, good feedback, and that looks righteous. So, how low an offer will he take? That's hard to say. Maybe offer him $7.60. If you got $7.60 and then you got $20 off, you'd be $7.40 on a gold eagle. So you could play that game with him. That might work just fine. Otherwise, you got to pay full price at $7.98. But even at $7.98, I think we're going to beat the dealers up above. Let's go on to a 1-ounce gold eagle. The bigger the gold, the bigger the savings on eBay. That's how it works. But you need a good credit card. Okay, let's see if we got a gold eagle here. It's a Liberty head. That's not a full ounce of gold, so don't be fooled. Scottsdale Mint is throwing up BU Eagles at 3,063. and he's got a bunch of them, okay, or they've got a bunch of them, and that is a random year, and well, let's do the math on that. 3063. 3063, use that 3% credit card, so we multiply times 0.97, and you're going to get that out the door at 29.71, and spot is 29.32. Okay, not as good a deal as I had hoped. Let's do a buffalo this morning. Buffalo, cheapest buffalo can be had for $3,099, and then you'd get 90 bucks off. You'd be about a little over 3,000 on a gold buffalo. Okay, and if you're looking for the Tudor Beast series, the quarter ounce are pretty cheap at $7.96 minus 3%, and the 1 ounce are also pretty cheap at 3,052, 90 bucks off. It puts you in the mid 2900s on the Bull of Clarence. I don't like the Bull of Clarence, but it is an ounce of gold, and I would probably get the Dragon 3,100. You'd be out the door around 3,000 bucks, and now you have a 1 ounce sovereign gold coin. It is really neat, and it is collectible in case you stack elect. Okay, let's move on here. How about a $5 commemorative? And that is 744 this morning. 744 minus 20 bucks would be, let me do it again, I'm sorry. Let's see, 744, then you would take $22 off. You'd be at 722 on a $5 US gold commemorative. 722 compared to the price up here. If you're buying fractional US gold, 722 compared to, where are you? 722 compared to $5 commem at 729. Well, you only save $7, but it's $7. Okay. All right, we're not doing so good on gold this morning. Anything else we want to look at? Let's keep rolling here, and I think we're going to stuff in my eBay store. Ask me for a friend discount if you'd like to get those at a cheaper price. Just click this link here. That'll take you into my store. The bars I pour for anybody that wants one, and new channel members can get those at $2.50 over spot. Every month you can get 5 ounces at that price, and things you need for your stacking journey, like a precious metals verifier or a vacuum sealer. And I do recommend these coin shops on YouTube. I'm not going to do the picks of the day, but all 3 coin shops are having sales all the time. That's where I would buy my junk, and that's probably where I'd buy my silver eagles if they haven't raised their premiums yet. Usually they're right around $2.50 over spot on backdate eagles, and usually they're right around spot on melt or spot on junk. So 3 great choices for, but you got to get in there, look at their videos, look at their price list. Thank you for supporting my work through subscriptions to Bolden.com, cups of coffee that you guys buy me, and joining the membership channel to the fastest growing channel on YouTube. Okay, I lied. All right, there's stuff on Amazon you may need. I had a question of whether I put silica packs into my vacuum sealer, and you know, sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. I really don't know if you need to do that, but if you're not vacuum sealing, then you definitely want those. You're just putting it in a Ziploc bag or something, you definitely want those. In an ammo can, you want those. But it doesn't hurt to put that in the in the vacuum sealer. Might help with milk spots. I'm not sure about that. Okay, and anything new here, and here's the cards I recommend. Capital One's just a great card, and the American Express card, Clear Blue Cash, and the PayPal credit card are just great credit cards, so check those out as well, and check out the chat room and see what the smart people over there are talking about. And Tex is there, and we've got Rosie there. We have got ASCs, folks. Today's thought: make space in your heart and mind for what matters most. Make it a great weekend. Okay, Tex, we will. And I think I've contracted the sickness. He's dreaming about silver and gold. And oh my gosh, too much to do. And then whenever they throw a link in here, you'll want to check it out and see if they found something cheaper than I found. But anyway, good stuff there in the chat room. I'm going to say goodbye, and I hope you enjoyed the quicker video this morning. I'm doing my best. Okay, guys, give me a thumbs up if you like what I did here. Subscribe if you want to see it every day. Get over to the website, subscribe there. I'll shoot you an alert when something comes up that interests me anyway, mostly on Costco these days. And, anyway, that's it. Okay, see you tomorrow. And we'll take a look at spot one more time. Down $4 on gold. It's recovering. And silver up 3 cents. Yeah, watch silver run here. In the futures market, we're in the mid 33s. When futures push over 34, then we're probably going to run $1. But we could drop back here. I don't see anything that is predicting any particular direction this morning. So if you're buying, buy. If you're not buying, wait. See you guys tomorrow.